Hey guys, it's Steph from Instaloom back today with another original design I have come up with. This is called the Daydream Believer bracelet. It is actually a reference to a song by the Monkees called Daydream Believer. It's a song I really love, so I thought I would name it after that. So this is the front side. It is actually two-sided. If you flip it around, that's the other side here and here. And I made a whole bunch of these to see what they would look like with different band types. So these are the Galaxy with opaque black. These are all special edition. These are all opaque, and these are all glow-in-the-dark jelly. So it comes out really cool and a little different with each type of band. So today I'm just going to use jelly. Got my 3 colors, which is what you need. You could use more if you wanted, but I would recommend having at least 3. This is a monster tail design. So you will need a monster tail. It can be done on a rainbow loom. It's just, I prefer to do this on the monster tail. So I like to have the red pin facing to my left. So this way. And we can just get started. So I have my hook ready. So I'm going to start with green. You're going to take your first green band from this peg here. So it's your first one. Okay. And then you're going to stretch it out to this peg here, like so. So you're just doing it like the furthest peg away. Take your green again on the same peg you started with. You're going to take it and twist it to this peg here. Oops. So mine didn't quite go on all the way, just like that. Again, one more green one. Twisting it and going to the peg right across. So it looks something like this. So you should have 3 on this peg and 1 on the back pegs. Now you're going to take your next color. So for me, I'm going to use purple. Starting from this peg here, you're going to take it, twist it, and go to this farthest peg from that one. Like so. Sometimes it comes off a little because it's a stretch. Again, we're taking the purple one, twisting it on this first peg and going to the center back one, and taking one more purple and twisting it from this peg to this peg. Okay, so that's what you should have so far. All we're going to do is just turn it around so that the ones on the back that have 2, we're just going to loop over the bottom. Okay, so for me it's green. I'm just going to loop over the bottom one, like so. Now on the front, because we have 3 on these pegs, we're going to take our last color. You're going to stretch it from the first peg here. Sorry, I've got a little hair in there. Let's get that out. This drives me nuts. So from the first peg, you're going to go around the center peg and reclaim here. So it looks like this. Okay, so we're not attaching it to this peg, just to these. Now you're going to take the bottom 3 bands on each of these 2 pegs up and over, like so, pressing down. This first one here will be really loose. It'll tighten up as you go. Okay, so now we have to lay our bands again, starting with your green. You're going from this peg here, not twisting this time, just going straight to that peg. Again, that same peg here to the peg in the middle on the back. And then again, one more green. Stretch to this peg here. So now we're just going to leave these ones here alone. We're going to turn it around, and on the back you have 2 on each peg, so we're just going to loop over the bottom. Each time you lay these bands, you just loop over the bottom like so, pressing down, so you only have 1 on those pegs. Turn it back around. You're going to take your purple, stretch it from this peg to this one. So we're going back to the first peg we started, going to the furthest. Oops. Again, first peg to the middle peg, like so. And then, sorry, I keep moving the camera. And then same peg that we've been doing the purple on, the one directly across. So now we're just going to turn it around and loop off these back bands again. So for me this time it's the bottom greens. Lifting them up and over, pressing down, turning around. So now this time we're just going to lift off the bottom 2 blues, up, and again, like so, pressing down. Now that we've removed those 2 blues, we are going to add another 2 blues on. So, sorry about my thumb, I kind of scraped it up earlier and it's healing kind of gross looking. Sorry about that. So now that we have the 3 of the purple and the 3 of the green, we're going to take them up over the blue. Oops. On both sides so that the blue remains on the front only. That's what it should look like right now. Let me just see if I can get my camera to stop moving so much. So now we're going to take the green again, taking it from this peg here, sorry, right here, to that peg here. Like that. So then from this peg here to that peg there. No twisting. Press down. From the middle peg to the top peg. Oops. There we go. So now we're not going to hook anything on this front side yet. We're just going to turn it around, loop off the bottom purple bands. So, press everything down, turn it back around. Now we got to use our purple from the first pin to the furthest one. From the, oops, so I have a broken one that's just holding on. First pin to that center one, so this is your first pin on the right, I should say, and again that first pin on the right. Oops, it's a little tricky once you get the bands on, and looping forward. So that's what it should look like. We're going to turn it around again and loop up your bottom bands on all 3 pegs. Press down. So now you have 3 on each of these pegs here, so now we can lift up the blue bands. Putting over the top on both sides, pressing down. Okay, now that we've removed the blue bands, we need to take another 2 blue and attach it to this first peg here, go around the center and attach it to the one on the right, like so. Now we have to lift up the bottom bands on this peg. So the 3 purple come up and over, and then the 3 green. If you can't do it in one, you can always take them off one at a time, or 2 and then 1, however it works best. So now that we're back to this step again, we're going to go back to our green, starting from this one here, going to the furthest peg. Oopsie. So sometimes it gets a little tricky. Now the first peg to the middle peg. Like so. And again from the first peg to the one that's directly across from it. Like so. We're going to turn it around. You're going to have 2 on this peg. We're just going to take off the bottom purple one. Like so. Turn back around. Now we only have the green on this side, but nothing on this side, so that means we have to lay our purple now. So the purple goes from the first peg to the furthest peg away. Again, on the same peg we just started from, to the center peg. And then directly across, like so. We're going to flip it around. Take off the bottom the bottom green ones, leaving just the purple on top. Now if you accidentally lose your purple, it's okay, you can generally find it and just replace it on your hook. So there it is. We're just going to fix it by putting it back, lifting up the green, all sides, like that, turning it around. So now we have blue on the bottom and the 3 green and 3 purple, so we're going to lift off just the blue on both sides. Now that we took the blue off, we've got to put the blue on again. So from the first peg, skipping the middle, going around it, and reattaching to the side. Now we're going to lift off the bottom 3. So first I'll do the purple 3 and then the bottom green. So as you can see, it's coming out the bottom already. So I'm going to show you how to do this one more time. Then I'm going to show you how to close it. Okay, so we start with our green again. Once we're down, we have the blue on the front. Pull the green to the furthest peg away. Second green goes to the middle peg on the back. And then the third green goes directly across, like so. We're going to turn it around. Lift off the bottom bands on all 3 pegs, pressing down. Okay, so now we have the 3 greens on this side, but we don't have the purples, so we have to lay our purple now, going from the first peg to the furthest peg away. Again, same peg to the one in the middle, and then the last one goes on the same starting peg, goes directly across. Okay, we're going to flip it around. We're going to lift off the greens, like so. Now we have the 2 blues on the bottom that come up. Now that we've lifted off those blues, we've got to put 2 more blue on. So taking it from the first peg, wrapping it around the middle, like going around the middle peg as best as you can, connecting to the other side so that it's not on this one. We're going to lift off our 3 that are on the bottom. So first I'll do my 3 purple, my 3 green. Okay, so once you're at this step, this is how I finish it. So if you can look in here, you have your middle band. If you can do this, it's fine. If not, you can close it however you want. You're going to grab the bands so that it comes over to there. Okay, so you just take 2. So basically, the middle is together. I don't know if I can get it to focus. Okay, you're going to put your hook through the middle bands, those blue ones, and pull it over. Okay, now you're going to take these blue ones that are on the front and move them to the back carefully, like so. Pressing down. So you have everything on the back pegs. Now we're going to just loop off the bottom purples on all 3 pegs. So now we're going to carefully move the 2 outer blues into the center. See? Okay, so mine's come off funny. Okay, I'm just going to take it off. So what you would do is you would, if you were doing it my way, sorry, you're going to continue to move your blue into the center. So all 3 are on the center. I lost one of mine because I was being hasty. It's okay though. Okay, so now you just lift off. If you can see, I don't know how easy it is to see. Hold on. See if I can separate the bands a bit. There's 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. We're just going to lift the 2 bottom blues up and over. Then you're going to put your C-clip on these 2 bands. Okay, and then when you take it off, it'll look something like this on the front. Okay, and then there's the back. So that's where mine's going to mess up. I dropped a band by accident. So I'll just reattach that. But that's my back. That's my front. There's a couple more that I've made, and I won't bring them all out again, but there they are. So as you can see, the different bands depends on how it comes out. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was easy to follow. If there's any questions, please message me on Instaloom. I'm happy to help. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely be back with a tutorial soon for you guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.